Hey guys, thank you so much for coming to my channel. If you have been here before, thank you for coming back. And if this is your first time, thank you for stopping by. My name is Nicole and I am a scrum master. Today's topic, we're going to talk about daily stand-up and how to facilitate your daily stand-up. So what is a daily stand-up? A daily stand-up is one of the scrum ceremonies. So there are 4 scrum ceremonies. You have your sprint planning, your daily stand-up, your sprint review, and your retrospective. So what is the purpose of having your stand-up? The whole purpose of having your daily stand-up is for your entire development team to come together to see how the work is progressing and to make sure that everyone is aligned and have visibility over the work that they have committed to do for that specific sprint. So the entire dev team comes together every day of the week to ensure that no one is stuck. If anybody is blocked, what is the reason blocking you? How can we help you to make sure that work keep moving forward? So we all come together to make sure that work keeps progressing, and if there's any impediments, we want to make sure that we identify this impediment and make sure that it gets resolved so that way work can keep moving forward. So what happens before you stand up? You want to first make sure that you actually schedule the meeting, right? When you schedule your stand-up, make sure that you put an agenda on your stand-up. It's really important to have an agenda so your developers have an idea of what the meeting is about. So don't forget to always make sure you put your agenda when you schedule your stand-up. Now, when you also schedule your stand-up, also make sure that you make it to reoccur, right? Make it like a series. So you don't have to keep forgetting, or you don't want to have a situation where you're going to forget that you're going to have stand up. So I schedule my stand up to reoccur every day for the entire sprint, so that way we don't miss any stand up for that sprint. So when your team comes together during the stand up, what you are going to do, basically the scrum master is the one that actually schedule and facilitate the stand up, right? You're going to be the one to send out the meeting invite to all the participants. And the participants are usually your development team members, right? This meeting is really for your development team members to come together to see how work is progressing. So please don't forget to include all your development team members in your stand-up meeting. So let's say we get to our meeting, right, to our stand-up. I usually just like to check to make sure that I have all my participants on the call. So what I normally do, I'll just check real quick to see if anyone is missing so I can give them a little bit of time to join. Once I notice that I have enough people to kick off the meeting, I'll go ahead and greet everyone. Hey guys, good morning, and thank you so much for joining our stand-up for today. Today is day 1 of our stand-up. I will go ahead and share my screen. I like to say what day it is in our sprint, right? If it's day 1, if it's day 2, if it's day 3, whatsoever, I just like to verbally say it because it kind of gives our developer an understanding of how far are we from completing our sprint, how far are we to the end of our sprint. So I just like to say what day we are in our sprint. So once I'm done, greeting everyone, and the next thing that I actually want to do, I want to go over my dashboard, right? I've used Jira. I've also used Azure DevOps ADO. So I like to open up the dashboard. You can actually set up your dashboard to pretty much shows you the overall status of your sprint, right? It shows you all the work your team is currently doing. If there's any story that's blocked, if there's any open defect from QA team, if there's any bug, everything will show on the dashboard, right? And it also show you how far your sprint, how many more days is left in your sprint. So I really like to go over my dashboard very first. Once I'm done, I want to go ahead and call on each of my developers. So during our stand-up, there are 3 questions that we ask. What did you work on yesterday? What will you be working on today? And do you have any impediment? So I'll call on the first developer and ask, what did you work on yesterday? What do you plan on working on today? And do you have any blockers? The whole purpose of doing this is to make sure that work keep moving forward. If someone is blocked, what is blocking you? So that way we can try to see if someone can help you to resolve that issues so you can continue to do the work so you can reach your sprint goal on time, right? So once I'm done asking the first person, I'll move on to the next person. So if someone said they're blocked, the next thing I want to do is I want to find out what is blocking you, right? Just so that way, if there's somebody in the team that can help you to resolve the impediment, we can try to see if they can get that support that you need so your work can keep moving forward. Once I'm done with all my developers, the next thing I want to do is I want to go over to my QA team, right? My testers. I'll ask them the same 3 questions. What did you work on yesterday? What are you going to be working on today? Do you have any impediments? They'll go ahead and say it as well. Once I'm done, the one thing I actually like to do, I like to encourage my team to make sure that they're adding comment on every single story before the next stand up. So I like to just check on every story, see if they've added any comments, and kind of coach them and educate them to be adding comments every day, because somebody might be blocked, right? And you come in the next day, you see a story is blocked. You have no idea why the story is blocked. But without comments, it's going to really help you once you see a story has been put in block status. You see the comment that they have documented that this story is blocked because of X, Y, and Z. So I like to educate my team member to continue to add comments every single day. So once I'm done going over that 3 questions with every team member, the next thing that I want to do is I like to ask my team member if they have any open question at the end. Remember, I schedule my stand-up for the entire meeting for 30 minutes, but we use the first 15 minutes for actual stand-up, right? So my stand-up is still 15 minutes, but we just have that extra 15 minutes for open question, right? Because sometimes, I don't want people to interrupt my team members when they're giving update on their work, right? I want them to focus on the first 15 minutes to only talk about the whole purpose of the stand-up, to answer those 3 questions. So at the end of the meeting, I just like to ask the team, does anyone here have any question that they want to talk about, right? And I'll just pause and wait to see if anyone has any open question. If they don't have any question, then I will go ahead and end my stand-up for the day. If they do have any question, I'll go ahead and give them the floor to go ahead and bring their concern, to bring up their question, and to see if someone can answer them or if they need somebody else from outside the meeting to help them, so that way I can set up that call. So guys, that's pretty much it about my stand-up. If you do have any specific question, any specific topic that you want us to talk about, please do go ahead, leave me a comment below, or you can reach out to me at nicole.agilepractitioner@gmail.com. Thank you so much, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.